Hey there, this is Jeremy from Ember Tribe, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about Facebook campaign messaging. So, one thing that's essential for any successful Facebook campaign is aligning the right messaging with the right audiences. And now I say audiences plural because even if you're selling just one product, you're probably going to be marketing it to more than one group of people. And Facebook is a great platform for this because it allows you to get really granular in your targeting. So it's not like AdWords search campaigns where you're limited by certain keywords. With Facebook, what you can do instead is target by demographics, interests, job titles, age, location, much more. Um, so that's how you target. But you might be wondering like, who exactly should I be targeting? Who is my ideal audience? And there's a few ways to figure that out. First, you can utilize tools like Facebook Audience Insights, and basically go in there, take a look at the types of people who have purchased your product, who visited your page, or who've just interacted with your post on Facebook. So that's one really good way to get some audience ideas. Another is to turn to market research. So depending on the industry you're in and type of business you run, there might be a lot of data out there, and that can be a really great way also to kind of define your target audiences. So once you figure out who your ideal customers are, you got to think about like how can you reach them and what messaging would really resonate with them. So there's a few ways to do this, and the first is to really talk about your product itself. So what sets it apart? What's its unique value proposition? Why should someone buy your product as opposed to competitions? Is it more affordable, maybe more reliable? Is it unique in some way? Is your service superior? Can you ship your product faster than the competition? These are all the types of things you really need to emphasize and call out in your ads messaging. But you also want to look at what are others saying out there. So how are other marketers targeting the same audience that you're trying to reach? Uh, and what are your customers saying themselves? So what do they like or dislike about products in your industry? And how can you figure that out? Well, by reading forum posts or reviews of your product or your competitor's product. It's a great way to get insight into what your customers are looking for and really what their pain points are. And fortunately, many people go into great detail in these reviews of forum posts. So, like a mother might talk about how she bought her new SUV because it has all these great safety features. And then, a snowboarder might talk about how he loves how well it handles in, icy conditions. And so, there you have two distinct ad angles for two distinct audiences for the same product. So now I want to get into an actual real life example of audience and messaging alignment. So we're working with a high-end home furnishings company, and they had two key customer bases. They had the consumers and interior designers. So people basically trying to decorate their own home or people being paid to decorate others' homes, offices, or other buildings. Um, and this is basically how we targeted the interior designers. We looked for people who studied interior design or had job titles like interior designer, interior architect, decorator, that sort of thing. And this is one of the ways we targeted consumers, people who might buy these lighting fixtures for their own homes. So we looked at recent buyers who had homes with value over 300,000, and who shopped at stores like CB2, Design Within Reach, and Dwell Studio, which were basically all stores that we identified as being pretty similar to our clients. So, as you can imagine, the wants and needs, the priorities, the pains of the consumer buyers and the designer buyers are much different, and so we had to target our messaging accordingly. So this is an ad that we ran to the new homeowners audience. And this was more of a aspirational ad. So this was these are people that had just bought a new home and they really want to look its best. So our message here was that these lighting fixtures are exactly what you need to really make your home stand out, to make it the type of place that would get featured in HGTV even, and just to really impress your friends when they come over for your housewarming party. So that was the angle we took with new homeowners, and this is how we marketed to interior designers. we took a more practical angle on this one, and we stressed that these designs are customizable and they come in a wide variety of colors, sizes, and styles. And this is really important for designers because they're working with a wide variety of projects, and definitely one size does not fit all. So, they may look through these, few products we have in the carousel here and think, none of these are quite what I'm looking for. But then they might still click through, go to the site because they know that there's a lot of other options available. Um, so that was the approach we took with designers. We also called out the fact, if you look in the bottom of the ad, that discounts were available for designers. So that's giving them all the more incentive to at least check out the site. So, each of these ads performed really well because messaging aligned closely with the wants and the needs of the groups we were targeting. And if we'd run, more general ads to broader audiences, we likely wouldn't have had the success we did. So, in your own campaigns, just make sure to identify your distinct buyer profiles. Think about the pains, the wants, and the needs that those buyers might have, and then craft your messaging accordingly. And, if you're able to do this, you'll be well on your way to the start of a successful campaign.